This conference will now be recorded.
Yes. So yesterday we have seen like insertion, right? So have you guys tried on delete and update? Okay. So I think you guys have not practiced. That is what I understood, right? Okay. Okay, fine. Fine. No problem. No problem. But try to do it. That is what I'm trying to say.
Sure,
Okay?
Didi.
Okay. Try to do it. Uh, Actually, on Friday, I'm trying to give a half on that day. Why? Because in Navaratri, Saraswati Puja is there. So we are
Yes.
planning to go for temple, right? So that day will
Okay.
be a holiday. Sa- Saturday, I can keep, but few of the people are not that much interested, right? So I'm just thinking of
Uh,
that. Saturday at least like at least in the evening like 5:30 to 6:30 like that I can take at least why because next week Dasara is there, right? Monday and Tuesday also we will be
yes.
having
Yes.
holidays. So to be frank, on festival days when I am not interested, everybody will go to temples, right? So uh,
Even we are going temple after like 10 o'clock evening.
after 10. Okay, okay. So Abhishek will happen only in morning, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, we will plan. So, if you guys are okay, then I am okay to take this Saturday and Sunday in the evening. Evening, not in the morning. Like evening 5:30 to 6:30. Like at least 1 hour. So that we can have holidays on Friday, Monday, Tuesday. So that everybody can celebrate festivals. That is my vision, but I'm not sure how others will react.
We are okay actually.
You are okay. And
Yeah. I'm okay.
others, Gopi, Navya, Gopi Krishna, you're okay, right? And Saturday, Sunday evening and 5:30 to 6:30. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, we
Yeah,
will take
it's
the
fine.
majority. Majority okay. ఎందుకనంటే ఈసారి హాలిడేస్ ఎక్కువ వచ్చినాయి ఫెస్టివల్ ఉంది కాబట్టి సో మరీ లాంగ్ గ్యాప్ ఎందుకు మధ్యలో ఒక 2 రోజులు తీసుకుందామని నాకుంది సో ఇట్ డిపెండ్స్ ఓకే
Yeah.
దట్ టు
Nityam, ఇది
మార్నింగ్ కాదు
Vijayawada.
యా ఐఎమ్ ఫ్రమ్ విజయవాడ
Even I'm from Vijayawada.
ఓకే ఓకే నైస్ ఓకే సో చూద్దాము ఓకే రేపు కూడా నేను క్లాస్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తాను కాబట్టి మెజారిటీ చూద్దాము బట్ ఓకే ఈ వీక్ ఓన్లీ సాటర్డే సండే తీసుకొని అట్లీస్ట్ మనం ఫెస్టివల్కి బ్రేక్ తీసుకోవచ్చు ఓకే
Oh,
ఫైన్
మీరు వాట్సాప్
సో
లో మన గ్రూప్ లో ఒకసారి పెట్టేయండి. లైక్ హౌ
పెడతాను
మెనీ
బట్ యా మెజారిటీ ఓకే ఎందుకంటే లాంగ్ గ్యాప్ ఎందుకు అని లెట్స్ నాట్ గో ఫర్ లాంగ్ గ్యాప్
మళ్ళీ
అట్లీస్ట్
క్లాసెస్
మధ్యలో
మిస్
2 క్లాసెస్ చెప్పారంటే మీకు 3 క్లాసెస్ యూ కెన్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇట్ రైట్ మీ గురించి
అయిపోయి.
ఆలోచిస్తున్నాను నేను కూడా దట్ అండ్ మోర్ ఓవర్ ఫెస్టివల్స్ రోజు కూర్చొని చెప్పాలన్నా మీరు వినడానికి ఇదిగానే ఉంటుంది రైట్ సో ఎవ్రీబడి విల్ బి స్పెండింగ్ దేర్ ఫ్యామిలీ టైమ్ సో యా ఓకే చూద్దాం ఓకే ఫైన్ సో
Okay.
let me create now flow types so what I'm trying to say is like try to practice that too okay మీరు రెండు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడానికి delete and update try to do it okay now let me start a new topic flow types okay flow types so already insertion and everything we have done that's nice what is debug and debug type also we have debug thing and debug thing we have done it okay debug mode we can already we have done so now flow types we will discuss so we are discussing like normal flow is normally source and process you will be having, right? That is what we are trying. We have seen it. Okay, source, process plus exception handling. So we have different types of flows. To be frank, okay. To be frank, we have two different types of flows. One is main flow, private flow, subflow. Okay, main flow, private flow, subflow. So what is main flow? What is private flow? What is subflow? So main flow is the one which
Madam,
is having. Mm-hmm.
once
Yes, Navya.
explain how to update query. Could you
Have you
please
tried
once
it?
explain?
Yeah. Have
Yes,
you
madam,
tried
but
doing it?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
How about others? How about others? Nobody tried? Puja?
The update and delete flow, are you talking about that,
Yes.
Nitya?
Yes, Puja.
I
Yeah, I
have
could be,
done daily show,
be trying that today.
but I want
You
to
will be trying. Okay. So what you can do is that today also I am giving you the time. Puja is also trying. Let's discuss that on tomorrow. Okay.
Like, I
So
joined
that
the
I
session
am check.
little late. Did we discuss anything else before to this?
Actually, we discussed about the holidays that are going to come for Dasara. So
Oh,
Monday and Tuesday we have a festival, right? Puja, is that fine? Like if I keep Sunday, Monday, Saturday and Sunday evening 5:30 to 6:30 or 6:30 to 7:30 IST timings. What I feel is like almost 5 days you will get a gap otherwise because of festival. So I'm just checking with all of them so that I don't want to take much gap, right? So Monday and Tuesday, anyhow, what is Durga Puja will be there. So nobody like everybody will be going temples and they will be like that's 2 days anyhow I have to give. So at least for only for this week, why can't we go for Saturday and Sunday? That is what I'm taking the majority. If not Sunday, at least Saturday.
so Saturday at what time, Nitya?
Evening 5:30 to 6:30 is it fine? 5:30 to 6:30 or 6:30 to 7:30 anything is fine. Evening time. So your morning time. It will be around 9 morning for you, 9 or 10 I guess.
No, it's my night time actually here, but that's fine. Like,
Okay.
if we can keep from 7 to 8
Okay,
IST.
that's fine. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Right? Okay. Only
So
Saturday, at least Sunday. Okay, we can leave. Otherwise, everybody will be having. So at least Saturday one. What I'm thinking is like it is like 5 days gap. It will come. If I tell one class now, you guys will practice, right?
yeah, sure, sure. So Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, like 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, we will not be having any class, right?
Yes. Was Monday is festival. So Monday, Tuesday I'll try to keep. Tuesday I'll try to keep. Okay. Monday is the actual festival. To be frank, in India.
Okay, okay.
In India, Monday is the actual as a Durgashtami. So that is the main day. Tuesday, I think we can plan for a class, right? Because I think in India everybody will celebrate on Monday only. Okay, so that is what I'm thinking. So okay, let's not go deep into that. Tomorrow we will have a class, and Saturday one day we will plan it. Sunday we will take the majority, and we will keep a class. That is that fine?
Yes.
Yeah. So it will become like day after day. You will also become. You will be also like you will be in touch with subject.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
So our session started on holidays time, right? So these many holidays it is coming. Okay. Yeah.
So we have started
Okay,
with
that's fine.
a different topic here, flow types.
No, nothing. Flow times just I have just started. We are discussing on the sessions only. So on Saturday 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST is our timings. Okay, please remember, guys. Even I will just keep it in the group as well for Saturday. Okay,
7
for
p.m. to
Sunday
8:16. Okay. You said
For me,
evening.
for us it is IST, right? For us it is IST. For you, maybe it is morning.
No, no, but you are taking in evening time in IST.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Evening time IST means your morning, right?
Yes, yes.
So I think 7 is okay, pretty good. I think it will be 9 for you, right? 9 or
Uh,
8:30.
9:30 for me.
Nice, na?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Even 6:30 p.m. also fine for me. In that case, it is 9 for you. So, but I have to consider everyone, right? Yeah. Only Saturday we will take, yeah, and festival break we will take. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I will give POCs as well. Try to complete them. Okay. Update and delete. You guys are trying it, right? So today you take the time you try it. If you are not able to do, tomorrow I will explain. Okay. Is that clear? Okay.
Okay.
So main flow. What is main flow? So here normally flow means source plus process plus exceptional handling. So whatever the normal flow still now we have dragged and dropped. Those are like normal flow, right? Those are like normal flow. So if any flow if you are taking, so drag and drop, this is main flow. It is nothing but a main flow. So it's an error handling. This we were called it as a main flow. The one which contains all the three and one condition is there. That condition is listener. Okay. In the source, what we will be keeping, something will be there in the source part. Okay. Either it will be a listener or FTP or database or something. Some connector will be there in the source. Some configuration we will be doing it in the source. Then only we will be calling it as main flow. But coming to the private flow, it remains the same. All of the things remains same, but the only thing is we will not be configuring the source part. No source. This will not be no listener, no DB, nothing. Nothing will be configured from the source. Okay, and flow type, it does not contain any of them. Okay, does not contain does not contain any of them. Okay, it does not contain anything. Subflow does not contain any of them. Okay, whatever we have. So here source should be there, process should be there, exceptional handling should be there. So I can say that this insert flow is nothing but a main flow. Why? Because I have source, I have process, and in the source, listener is configured. So consider like this is not only a listener, it could be anything. Even DB can be there, even file can be there, even anything, any connector will be configured. Okay, this is main flow. This is main flow. I will name it as main. Okay, so if I have removed this, if I am removing this listener, okay, so I'll do one thing. See, this is a main flow. I'll try to keep my database and transformation in this flow. Exactly. Okay, and set payload, I have kept it here. So this is nothing but a private flow. Why? Because I have configured I have not configured anything on the source. Okay, just what I'm doing is like I have break down my logic. Here logic is there. What I'm trying to do is like that logic instead of keeping in one flow, I am trying to break it. But during that breaking process, we have to understand the types of flows. You have a very big logic in your project, almost like 100 activities we are keeping. So 100 activities in single flow, if you are placing means that is not the right thing. That is not at all the right thing, or it is not a good practice. Definitely, you have to think that flow. And whatever you feel like reusability of code is there. If you feel like, okay, this piece of code is reusable, we will be calling this piece of code many times. Then in that case, what you can do is you can keep that reusable piece of code in some separate flow. So while you are keeping in separate flows, you need to understand whether you have to go for private flow or main flow. So what I feel is like inserting into a database, I feel like it is many times we are using that piece of logic even in other flows as well. That is what my feeling is. So what I have done, I have dragged and dropped and I have written that piece of code in another flow without having this source. Okay. Now what we can do is, see, here here the request will come and so slowly it will move to logger, and after logger what is my intention is I have to invoke this. I have to insert the data into database. So you can do that by using flow reference. So first I have kept that piece of code in my private flow, and private flow in the sense no source will be there, and that thing I'm trying to call it private flow. I have to I'm trying to call that piece of code by using flow reference. See, this piece of code you can any number of flows you can just call it. See, you are keeping a piece of code which you are whatever you are feeling like it is a reusable thing. You are keeping that piece of code and just you are referencing it. Nothing you are doing. Okay. So now I will try. The debug is already there. So let me update the jar. Update the jar. I don't think it is updated. Okay, let me stop the server and let me run on debug. You have to understand as a developer which piece of code needs to be kept in private flow, and which piece of code we have to keep it in subflow. That as a developer, as an experienced guy, you will be. You have to think and you have to keep. Okay. So in my case, okay, you may ask about like if source is not there, what is going to happen? Why I'm saying this as private flow? Why the name is private? Private in the sense, you see, here listener is there, everybody, it is like public. So anyone, so whatever this URL I can call from anywhere, either from SAP or from .NET or from somewhere else, some other project. Why? Because I have, I have the address. So anyone can, from anywhere I can call it. But if the source is not there, means will you able to call it? No. That can be called only within the within this project only. So that is the reason it is okay. That is the reason we are calling it as private. Okay, private. It is only private to this project. But any number of times from anywhere, from any flow we can call it. That is the advantage. Okay, let us apply this. Okay. Is it deployed? Yes, it is deployed. Okay. Now can open this. I'm sending a record. Okay, I'll cancel it for now. Okay, I'll try to keep some Control Z. I'll try to keep 5. I'll try to keep some name. Okay, then I'll try to initiate it. The request will come over here. So cleanly observe what is going to happen. First, it is a logger, so logger it will execute, and again it is a flow reference. It is referencing, right? So this flow reference it jumps into that private flow, and suddenly it is going to the transform message. It is even bypassing this source and directly it is going to our transform message, and it is trying to insert the data. It is coming back and doing. So twice we have done it, right? So that is the reason it has 2 requests we have done. So 2 times it has waited. So no problem. So if we see the record inserted successfully. So if it's like 5, okay, right. See it inserted. So even like normally you are facing one by one activity, then also it is executing. Even though if you are not okay, even though if you are using flow reference and you are keeping your logic in private flow, then also it is working. So it is our way, like how we have to break our code. We have to break our code. Otherwise, like completely it is not a good approach. So here 50 activities I can keep, but here I will be using only one flow reference. When a flow reference is called, it directly jumps here. It executes the activities which I have placed it. So here I have a question. So here in the source, as of now we have not configured anything. But can we configure it? Can we convert a private flow into a main flow? Eh, I'm asking a question to you guys. Gopi, Ashrita, Pooja, right? Can we change or not? Can we change? Can we change
I
private
think we
flow
can.
into a main flow? We can. We can. Yes, the answer is yes. Why? Because in future my client he does not want it as a private flow. He want to change it as a main flow. Yes, you can keep. You can configure your source and you can convert into a private flow. And main flow also can be converted into a private. So you can remove that. You can remove that listener from the top, and you can make it as a private flow. So vice versa is possible. Vice versa is possible. The same thing. If
Okay.
the same thing is the only thing here, if private flow and main flow is the only this one is not configured, even error handling will be there. But coming to the subflow, if you are looking for a subflow, if you are looking for a subflow, means see I am dragging and dragging the subflow. So in subflow nothing is there. Nothing. It has nothing. Nothing. So whatever the piece of code you are trying to keep here, whatever the piece of code you are trying to keep, that logic you should be confident like there is no source trigger. There is no source trigger. So nobody so the address we cannot give, and process only logic only we can keep it. So normally in the real-time scenarios for initialization of variables, variable declarations, all the stuff we will be doing in supply. If you keenly observe, even exception handling is also not there in supply. So what happened is like, so if I want to keep some logic, if I force it to keep, see, project will be like very big. Sometimes, okay, knowingly or unknowingly, I have configured subflow, and in that subflow I tried like keeping like invoking a target system. For example, I am trying to invoke SAP system, and that invocation of SAP system logic I have written in subflow. So if I am writing like if this logic is written in subflow means definitely exception handling we have to handle. Why? Because sometimes the SAP system will be down. Take this example only. Think like this database is SAP database. If you are keeping this logic over here means definitely sometimes there is a chance like your DB is down. At that time, definitely we need exceptional handling, right? Am I correct or wrong? Am I
Yes,
correct
Nitya.
or wrong? Definitely, see, we are moving this logic here. But there is a chance like this database is down. So definitely in this case, we need to handle. So don't keep that kind of logics in subflow. Subflow is something like initialization, where we are very much pretty much confident like, hey, okay, there is, if I keep this logic here, there is no chance like I will be getting an error. So you are very confident, then that piece of code you can keep it in your subflow. Normally in real times, if you ask like variables and all those stuff, we will be declaring in the subflow. Okay, so what happened is like, okay, mm, the client realized. So in some cases, what is happening, like we are forced somehow the project is forcing to keep some logic in subflow, and they have deployed it, and later on when the code is moving from one environment to another environment, client was not satisfied, and there is such a situation like I have to move that invocation of SAP database to subflow. So there is no option. Somehow that the flow is demanding that. So at that situations, as the exceptional handling is not there, people felt very, yeah, people uncomfortable. So what Mule has done is, okay guys, so this is the rare case. So what I can do is I cannot keep exceptional handling. Why? Because there is no source, there is no process, there is no exceptional handling as well. But I can give you a chance like you can use try. If I so if your project is forcing like invocation kind of stuff, try to drag and drop your try. If you're dragging and dropping your try, the error handling will come automatically. Then you try to keep that invocation kind of stuff, the invocation like the invocation to database or whatever, that piece of code you can keep inside the try of subflow. In that way you can handle error handling. So this came only in, this was introduced, this try was introduced only in Mule 4, but it was not there in Mule 3. Okay, you are getting it? So what I'll try to do, I'll try to, okay, select query I will use, see, select normally, okay. This piece of code, what I feel is like, okay, select query. What I feel is like, okay, I have a requirement like I have to get all the records of employees. So this piece of code I will be writing in the subflow. So as it is connecting to target system, what you can do, you can like keep inside the try. Otherwise, if you only variables initialization, there is no try, there is no, it is not required to have a try. Directly you can create your variables, and you can wherever it is required, you can call it or reuse it. Okay, so here I am calling this. Okay, calling subflow is also a same thing. See, I am first inserting the data, inserting the record, that the record is getting inserted, and I am displaying the message like after inserting, what I am trying to do is like I want to get all the records. After insertion, I want to get all the records. So I can keep one more flow reference, one more flow reference. I can give it over here, and in this I can call subflow. See how beautifully I am calling. Whatever the piece of code it is required, I am writing in subflows, and just I am calling it over here. So same name will not create any ambiguity, but it is better to create. It is better to write like insert, insert, insert flow reference, and this is select the flow reference. Right? So this select you can write. So insertion part you have written one flow, and another logic like getting the records you have written another flow. But if you observe in the main flow, we are calling this flow as well as this flow. So what does it indicate? In Mule, whatever the case, if you are creating separate flows as well, we can we can call them. We can call them anywhere. We can call from anywhere from any of the flows. Okay, so now let me save it, and in the set payload, What I'll try, the record inserted successfully and getting all the, okay, it is a select query, right? So no need of this. You can comment it, toggle comment. And after selecting, definitely we need some transform message for getting the records. So yes, in the JSON format you can, and you can keep that payload. You can keep the payload and you can track it. Okay. Now see, keenly observe. Let me save it. Let me update the application. Yes, it was updated. Now we can initiate. Okay, okay. It is inserting. Yes. It is going to insert private flow, the one which we are calling. It is transforming the message. It is inserting. Again, it is coming back to the main flow. It is trying to select the record. It is going to the subflow. It is getting all the records. The message is getting transformed, and we could see all the records in the form of JSON. So that means, okay, I am thinking like after inserting, I want to select all the records. This is my logic. This is my flow. Only for this requirement, what I have done, I have divided the logic into pieces, and I have kept like as per my analysis. I feel like okay, this is the private flow, this is the subflow. Like I have kept that piece of code I have divided, and I am trying to call it from the main flow. Are you guys are clear? So long story short, if any logic is given, don't write blindly. Don't write blindly everything on a single flow. We have to think and we have to divide the logic, and accordingly we have to write. That is the outcome of this session. Are you guys clear on this? Still any doubts? Are you guys having any doubts, or is it clear? If any doubts, please come up so that I can explain.
Yeah, Nitya.
It is clear? Okay, fine, fine. So this is long story short, and in your like certification questions, people will be asking like whether private flow can be converted into a main flow or not, or main flow can be converted into a private flow or not. So that type of questions, theoretical questions, they will be asking, and in the subflow, whether there can we handle exception. That type of theoretical question also will come in the certification. So yes, in the subflow we can handle it, but by using try. So okay, implicitly there is no exceptional handling, but yes, we can use it forcibly by using try activity inside it. So that is another. These two are the certification questions. And third question is like whether this flow reference is synchronous or asynchronous. You guys tell me whether this is synchronous or asynchronous. Whether this is synchronous flow or asynchronous flow. Do you guys know what is synchronous and what is asynchronous?
This is synchronous, I think.
Sync and async. Okay. Synchronous. You're saying synchronous. Why so? Why you are calling it as a synchronous? It is a direct theoretical question for your MCD exam. Definitely, this is direct theoretical. You will be having options. Flow reference is synchronous. Flow reference is asynchronous. Flow reference is both synchronous and asynchronous. So what is your option? You are saying it is synchronous. Answer is right, but why you have chosen that answer? Any explanation?
So in synchronous flow, we normally get the response back immediately once we drop the request.
Hmm.
And
Yes.
in asynchronous,
So
we don't receive the response back immediately. It will be it will not be waiting for the response and process will go ahead.
yeah. So here the concept. Yes, exactly. You are correct. Here the concept of threads will come. Okay, threads. So here, okay, whenever we have initiated the main flow, a thread is going to start. Okay, the same thread is moving forward to logger. It is moving to insert, and it is executing the whole flow of this private flow. Insert flow it is executing. Again, it is coming back to the main thread, and again what all the activities that are present inside that subflow it is executing. And if at all if you keep any other activities over there, it will come back and it will continue with those activities. So what is your understanding? A single thread will start is starting, and it is closing with that thread only. Separate that threads are not initiated. So after, if any error occurs, for suppose for example, okay, while inserting a data into this database, something has happened here and error was raised. So do you think it will execute the next flow? It came here,
No need
it
to.
execute. Definitely no. Definitely no. Why? Because when an error has occurred, it is executing in a sequential manner. Only one thread is there. It is executing it in a sequential. So if something has happened in between any of the activity, definitely the flow will get stopped. Okay, and it gets stopped. That's all. So that is the reason we are saying like we have to. So we are forced to say like this flow reference is a synchronous. Okay. So then what is asynchronous? What is the meaning of asynchronous? Asynchronous, the meaning of asynchronous here is the threads will be multiple. Multiple. So what is going to happen? Normally messaging, we will say like messaging. Messaging is asynchronous. Messaging in the sense, okay, now we are keeping the data into database. So sometimes there is a requirement in the project, right? I have to use some JMS queues or MQs or some other queues, so IBM product queues. So in some queues we have to keep. So instead of inserting the data into a database table, I have to insert the data somewhere in queues. I have to put it in queues. So queues behavior will be always like asynchronous. So there is no requirement like it should be synchronous. Its requirement is always like asynchronous. So what is that queues? Queues is nothing but it's just like a container. In my flow, what I'll try to do is okay, my flow will start from listener, and I will do some logic. I will blah blah blah. Okay, select query, I will do it. Select from database. Some logic I'm getting. I'm getting some records. Those records I'm keeping it in my JMS or MQ. Okay, and I am okay JMS and I kept those records there, and JMS MQ, and I am forwarding with another logic like invoking a web service. So I'm doing my work. So what is going to happen is like this thing I can call it as asynchronous. Why? Because after getting the records, whether it keeps or it doesn't keep, whether it keeps or it doesn't keep, if it keeps well and good, here the thread will be different. Till here the thread will be like only one thread. As soon as we reach to the JMS, the threads will be segregated, and for keeping that message into the JMS, another thread will start, and that thread will take care of keeping that message there. So whatever the main thread here is there, it will not stay here. It will just jump into like invoking to the web service. So it will not wait like until the thread is completed. Why? Because here two threads will start working now. Two people will start working. one person will take, who is taking care of that also we don't know. One thread among them, any one of the person will be taking that work, that job, and it will be inserting into a queue, and another fellow will be continuing with invoking the web service. So that fellow is not waiting. So in this case, in those scenarios, we will be saying it as asynchronous. Okay. So long story short, flow reference is always asynchronous, and messaging, JMS or MQ messaging will be always asynchronous. This is another theoretical question those people will be asking in the MCD certification. MCD certification. Okay. Are you guys are clear on this? I think you are clear, right?
Yes, Nitya.
Yes. Fine. So very soon we will be seeing like this invocation of queues as well. So no worries on that. Okay. So as I said, see in my thing still now what I have done, I am discussing about the flows. So in MuleSoft, do you think only invoking a database is the only thing we will be doing? Do you think we will be calling some web services, we will be calling some REST services, we will be calling many things, right? Do you think only we will be doing like invocation of database alone? No, right? So we are middleware. What I'm trying to say is like we are middleware people. We have, as per requirement, we have to connect it to database if required. We have to connect it to MQs depending upon our requirement. We have to connect it to another web services. We have to connect it to another REST services as well. So as we are brokers, and target system could be anything. Till now, Till now, we have concentrated only on database, database and database operations. Select query we have done, insert query we have done, and update and delete. I have given you the homework. Am I correct? Correct, right?
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is like only DB invocation is not the case. We can invoke even web service that we will be seeing very soon, but you should have some knowledge, some background knowledge on web service. So before going to the web service, before going to this topic, before invoking the web service, just I want to I want to know the difference between insert and bulk insert. Okay, before going to another invoking of other like REST services and web services, I just want, it is interview question like what is the difference between insert and bulk insert. So if you see the connectors, if you see this flows topic was completed. Only three types of flows are there: subflow, main flow, and where we have to use that we should know it. That topic was completed. Now I am switching like in DB connector only. We have two types of thing. One is insert, one is bulk insert. Have you seen it? Insert, bulk insert. So insert is there, update is there, delete is there. Bulk insert is there, bulk delete is there, bulk update is there. So can anyone will help me to understand the difference between insert and bulk insert? Anyone? The name itself indicates like it indicates few things, right? Okay, I will
Insert
tell
is
you one thing. Insert, if you have observed in the postman, I tried like giving only one record. Am I right? Only one record. So if it is like even 1,000 records or 5,000 records, better to go. Why? Because if you are going with more than one, okay, in the transfer message, we can use map operator, and this map will be acting like a loop, and this loop helps us to insert the records. So but how many records? Only like 1,000 or 5,000. Okay, if there is a requirement like billions of records I have to insert, billions, not like thousands or not like lakhs, not okay. Billions means again another concept will come, so I don't want to confuse with billion, but lakhs of records. I want to insert lakhs of records. records. If it is like thousands, okay, I'm happy to go with hundreds or thousands, I'm happy to go with that. But if it is like lakhs, then we can go with bulk insert. The name bulk indicates like we can insert many records at a time. You may get doubt. So what is the difference? See, here also multiple records we are doing. Here also we have multiple records we are planning. The thing is like the the way the activity they have written at the back end. Okay, this activity is written in such a way like it can handle only few records. This activity is written at the back end in such a way that billions of records. So parallel execution here, what it is, there's like multiple threads will be there, and those multiple threads will help in inserting all the records at a time, at same time. That is only difference. Okay, we will do some sample on bulk insert as well. Okay, are you guys are clear on the topic of bulk insert? So flows I am closing, just like types of flows only there, types of flows are only there. Now I can create one more configuration file, right? I'm creating one more configuration file, and in this file I'll try to do some bulk insert, and the insert also we have not discussed on like multiple records, right? By using insert activity, multiple records can be inserted using map operator. Even that we have not discussed. And bulk insert also we will discuss. Okay, so for having that, actually we have to, like many records at a time, we need to send that file. I will try to capture that file, some big XML. I'll try to capture it and I'll try to insert it. I'll do it in the next class. Is that fine? Are you guys are okay with that?
Yes, Nitya.
Okay, Nitya.
Right? So many things are pending for you guys. Okay, please try to complete. Please try to work with me so that you will be aligned. So a few people are saying like database installation video was missed, but don't worry. So just it is the next kind of stuff only. If you are facing any issue, Google is there, and if you are still facing, just bring it to my notice again. I will showcase. Okay, is that fine? Okay, fine. So tomorrow try to do delete and update. Otherwise, I have to teach update, delete, and bulk insert. With that, the database in DML operations it will complete. We will slowly move like invoking web services and other target systems. Are you guys clear on this? Still any doubts? Is that okay?
Yes, Nitya.
Okay, shallow. I'm going slowly only, but yeah, try to be with me for completing the tasks. Okay, guys, chalo. The session is being recorded. The video will be shared soon. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Nitya.
Thank you. Tomorrow, two topics. Two topics is for your homework checking. Another is bulk insert. I will explain. Okay, if you are not doing that homework and you are facing any issue, then we will try to do in our session. Okay, bye.
Nitya,
Yes, Ashwita.
can you help me in installation? Now it's
Yeah,
possible or
sure.
not for you?
Now, are you ready with everything? With 10 minutes, I can spend, not more than that. Others can leave. I'll stop the recording.